Hello everyone, Muckluck Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire the Fourth here. Today I'm revisiting the Fern Hound. In my Druid Guide video, I mentioned that the Fern Hound was not worth using because of its low damage and the fact that its special ability, which is an AoE heal and regeneration, was so weak because the pet's healing power was almost non-existent. Some viewers gave me some new information which caused me to revisit this to see if something had changed or if perhaps I was misinformed. I went to the testing room in the aerodrome, turned on a damage field, put on my healing build. I purposefully took damage, then activated the pet's healing skill. I was immediately able to see the healing ticks were far stronger than what the tooltip says, as well as the duration, which was closer to 18 seconds, not the 11 listed, which hinted that it was using my concentration as well. I then changed my gear to non-healing power gear and tested again. The numbers dropped substantially. Well, that settles it. It does scale with my gear. This means that the tooltip itself is the problem. It is displaying numbers based on if the Hound casts the skill, but once the skill is cast, it is using your stats, which is good, it's just misleading. While testing this, I noticed one more thing. Once the Hound healed me, I would gain health from Regenerate, the Hound ability, Vigorous Recovery, I'm healed when I heal others, and Windborne Notes, I'm healed when I gain regeneration. Wait, what? Vigorous Recovery? I'm not healing anyone else right now. The damage aura doesn't hurt the pet, only me, so how is this proccing? I then changed talents to something other than Windborne Notes, and the heal from Vigorous Recovery stopped as well. I'm not completely sure what to make of this. Vigorous Recovery only activates from the Hound heal when I also have the Windborne Notes talent. Honestly, it's not worth thinking too hard about because it's only a heal of about 270, but it is something I noticed. Lastly, I revisited the damage of the pets. As most Druid players know, the pets are nerfed by a hard 20% when you take Druid as a specialization because they were doing too much damage. We're going to tactfully ignore the fact that Firebrand is one of the top DPS specs in the game right now. I whipped up a golem with all conditions, then summoned spirits and had both the Iboga and Fern Hound go to town on it with full buffs for a minute each. I'll be honest, the Hound did better than I thought. The Iboga did about 1150 DPS without confusion proccing, meaning if the mob had been fighting back and triggering confusion, the Iboga is still the best DPS pet for PvE targets that are not moving around too much. The Hound did about 1000 DPS with the same buffs and conditions active, but of course it has the heal available for the party. Also, he has two skills which do damage break bars, but he uses them on cooldown, so the odds are they will often not be available when you need them for breaking break bars. One more thing, all Hounds are more durable than Ibogas, cats, and birds. When using Search and Rescue, it doesn't matter if your pet is alive or dead, it will work. But if the pet goes from alive to dead while casting Search and Rescue, it stops. That's bad. So having a sturdier pet does have its merits. This experience has made me refine my view of the Fern Hound. If you're an up-and-coming Druid and you don't have enough concentration to keep regeneration on your party full-time, or would just like to be safer while learning how to heal your party and you aren't in a group that needs to squeeze out every drop of DPS they can, go ahead and use it. I now know that the tooltip is completely wrong on the numbers. It does scale to your stats. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. If you haven't seen the Druid Guide and would like to learn more about Druidism, there is a link in the description below. Happy healing!